Good morning, Soul Surfers, Gaia Guardians, and Lunar Lovers. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about alternate forms of meditation. Uh, so I'm sure we're all aware of the sitting there, clearing your mind, closing your eyes, and breathing. That's the standard way to meditate. Uh, Drawing, too, can be meditative. Uh, I like to draw mandalas. I find them very useful for clearing your mind and not having any thoughts, and just focusing on the image that you're creating, just watching it develop as you just apply different geometrical rules. Anyways, so then there's mantras, which is, you repeat a phrase over and over again. That's a good way of meditating. You may have heard of that before, it's pretty popular. But what you might not have heard of, getting back to the drawing, is the yantra, which is a drawing that is designed or made for the purpose of focusing your thoughts, like a mantra does. And then there's also Zentangle, which I think I'll do a demonstration for you right now. So let's go inside. But first, just thought I'd show you the altar that I built here for Kuan Yin. Just took some of those landscaping things and stacked them up, filled it with dirt, planted some plants in there, put the statue on there. At the base, here are these peas. I don't know. That's a metal box that I had made for work, or at my work. It was actually for the department, the DOJ. It was a brain box for a computer, for some kind of robot, military robot. But I thought it looked like a cool building. So there we go. Alright, so on to the, oh yeah. And this is where my hibiscus come from that you see me wearing. I like to wear them, and then if I go to like Starbucks, I'll give it to them as a tip. Alright, to the Zentangle demonstration. So since I mentioned mandalas, I thought I'd show off the one I drew last night. It was drawn, except for the outer circle and pencil, I traced a circle for that. Everything else was done freehand, including the inking. Alright, but that's not what we're here to learn about. Zentangle. So you pick a shape, you put it anywhere on the page, doesn't really matter. Simple shapes, I think, work best. So I'm going to go with this heart. Then you divide it into quadrants. And then with a shape like this, I might want to, I don't know, let's just do something like this. It's kind of weird. You can get fancy schmance with it. To make it kind of like a peace symbol. Alright, so then you start at one point here, and you connect the lines like so, in a spiral motion. Okay, and then if you start at the same mirrored point, it's going to make the design that comes forth symmetrical. Especially if you keep the lines spaced evenly. But you can also start at different points. Like this one I started here in the center. and it'll create a different effect, which is also nice. So let's start here, see what happens. I think the idea is to not lift the pen as much as possible. Okay, and then you can do the outside. Okay, I'm going to try to speed this up a little bit. I don't need it to be a 10-minute long video. Guess I can speed it up in editing if I need to. Don't worry if you mess up. You can't really mess up. This is however you want to do it. It's up to you. Let's start here. I love the lines of convergence that it makes. Where the points connect in a line or in a row, it forms a cool shape. As soon as I finish this, I'll point out what I'm talking about. Like where they attach here, I like these shapes that they make. They're pretty cool. Okay, well I guess that's the point of it, huh? Yeah, so there's some YouTube channels that are pretty much dedicated to just this. They're kind of interesting and cool. Maybe check them out. Look up Zentangle. That's actually kind of how I came across it. I don't know, to me, the spots where the connection points form a line, it's like slipping into an alternate dimension or a liminal space. Just do these kind of bigger so we can just finish up and see some different effects. Alright, and there you go, your Zentangle is done. And you've spent a few minutes, maybe about 5-10 minutes, not thinking and just flowing. Thank you very much for joining me today. Namaste.